For the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 10. Trubisky to the end zone, and it's going to be picked off. It's Adrian Amos who comes back to haunt.
And we are back, and the first round got a little heated. I think they said that Doc Ronnie Mack won that, and now we're going into a quick little intermission because we got to bring in my boy, my main man, Green Bay Packers star safety Adrian Amos. What's going on, man?
What's happening, man? Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, boss. Thanks for coming on. Sir.
So, Adrian, man, a lot of stuff going on with NFL being on, and I guess you could say semi-lockout in a sense because facilities haven't been open for a while now, and so a lot of camp has been missed. So, what are you doing right now to keep online with your training, team meetings, and stuff like that? What kind of stuff are you doing, and the organization is doing?
I think it's big right now to stay organized, to keep your structure. I try to do it so as, I know during OTAs, I have a set window where I'll be training, where I'll be in meetings and things like that. So we call in, we have Zoom meetings, we go over the playbook. First thing I do when I get up in the morning, I eat my breakfast, then I get working out. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay on the pace. They send us some workouts, but, everybody knows their own body at this point. So you have to do, enough to get yourself ready because once it's time to go, it's time to go. They're not waiting for nobody.
Yeah, so the funny thing is, my man Rob is a Philadelphia Eagles fan. And, when we talked about it last week, we said, hey, we bring it on Adrian Amos. He was like, no effing way.
I've got some questions for you, boss man.
Go ahead, Rob.
First off, is it okay if I call you Smash?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, Smash. Number one, I'm a big fan of yours. I got a question for you. Like, I was actually watching a game when you were with Chicago, and you intercepted my man, Philadelphia royalty, Nick Foles, in the end zone. Number one, Nick Foles is Philadelphia royalty. He'll never buy another beer in Philadelphia as long as he lives. But for you, like, I'm just trying to get this through my head. Like, when you intercepted that ball, like, do you ever find that sometimes your adrenaline is so up that you just sometimes you ever second guess yourself, like maybe I should have did this when I did that? Or I mean, you're obviously a game changer, and you changed in whatever defense you're on. You change the entire defense. But what was going through your head what goes through your head when you pick these balls off? Because you're a ball hawk, man. And
he said, pick these balls off.
Yeah. Pause. Pause. But when you're intercepting passes, you know what I mean? Like, do you ever find that, your adrenaline is kind of working against you or anything, or are you always practiced and ready for that situation?
What I learned that is when I'm playing my best ball, it's because I'm not thinking as much, because it's more reaction. When you're thinking out there, you got to think about, the average play is 3 seconds. So you don't have time too much to think about everything going on. So you have to trust your practice, your preparation, and then, you caught 1,000 balls, but in that moment, your body's going to react how you practice it to react. You know what I'm saying? So,
Gotcha.
in certain situations, just making plays like that, you really don't really critique what you did until you see it later. So you're like, man, I should have did this. I wish I would have did this. Or when you go back on film, maybe when I caught that, maybe I should have cut that way. If I cut that way, but when it's live, certain things you don't see like that. You don't see it how, reviewing. I was thinking about it when playing golf, right? When I'm trying to, work on my swing, and I'm swinging, and I know how to swing, but then when I watch somebody else do it, I might mess it up. When I watch somebody else do it, I can critique and tell them everything that he should have did, but I can't do it myself. You know what I'm saying? So that it's almost like that when when you go back and watch the film, like, man, I should have did this, because you know what to do. It's just in that moment, it's just like your instincts take over.
Is that the same way? Is that the same way when you guys are like? Do you guys ever run audibles on defense, like based on the routes that the offense is showing you what they're trying to give you? Like for example, if you've got trips right or something like that, do you guys ever shift on defense? And is that when you're talking about like instinctually, like, or do you change your coverage based off of what it is that you see in that audible? Is that along the same lines as instincts?
No, that's the mental part of it. So pre-snap, that's where the mental part come in. That's when your studying come in. And then that's within the play. So you have, all right, if they come out in this formation, we're running this play. If they come out in this formation, we're running that play. And then,
That's a lot to remember.
Yeah. Then within one play, you can have they're in trips, but then they're motion to 2x2. So now you're in a different call right there, in split seconds. So, I think at that level, that's why they say, why does the college game, why does it seem like the NFL is so much faster than college? It's because of that mental part, like pre-snap. You have to, it's a lot more you have to learn and process before you can let your instincts take over once the snap, actually happen once the play starts.
Gotcha.
Man, so,
Nice.
so it's, talking about Chicago. Boo. All right, so how you liking Green Bay how you liking Green Bay compared to Chicago?
It's like it reminds me of college in a way because it's a college town. It seems like just because it's nothing in Green Bay but football. So that the stadium, the atmosphere, everything just feels like when I went back to Penn State when I'm playing in Beaver Stadium. So that's why I say it's more of a college town. In Chicago, you got everything going on. You got the Bulls, you got the Cubs, you got celebrities, different things like that. In Green Bay, the football team is that, you know what I'm saying? In Chicago, it's Chance, it's Kanye, if he ever come back there, different people like that. So it's just a lot more going on rather than in Green Bay where it's really just us.
I got 2 daughters in Penn State right now for all y'all to know. So
What's up, man?
go Nittany Lions.
Sure.
So Adrian, as also I'm a huge fan as well. I'm a Colts fan, being from Indianapolis, but still I'm a diehard fan, man. I see you do some great stuff on the field. But kind of want to flip a little bit. I want to get your opinion on how do you see the culture of the NFL going after what's going on with COVID-19, right? What's going on with the protests surrounding George Floyd killing, things like that. How do you see, and also Roger Goodell's statement as well, how do you see the culture shifting in the NFL this year?
I think it's been I would say a good start to it. Time will tell how much they really mean everything they're saying. When you got Roger Goodell come out, make a statement, then is he making that statement because that's what he believes, or is he making it because some people are forcing their hands right now? Because, but that's really what it takes, the players to. So you have somebody like Patrick Mahomes, if he coming out and say something, he's the face of the NFL right now. He Super Bowl MVP. If he comes out and he's saying those things, then you have to listen. A lot of people feel like the NFL owes Colin Kaepernick an apology. I don't know how much that apology is going to be worth, but it's still a step, even to get them to say that. Just get out and be like, all right, we were wrong. We understand why you're protesting, because a lot of people, just like Drew Brees incident, a lot of people, they may not be necessarily racist, but they're just oblivious to certain things because it doesn't affect them personally. So when Colin Kaepernick takes a knee for police brutality, you have people that say, well, this is not the 60s. Well, this is, it's not really just happening to them. If you look at the raw numbers, this says this and this says that. But, I think it's important that we have those leaders, even the high-profile white quarterbacks, to support the black athletes, as in, we make the league. I don't know too many people who's watching the NFL without black people. So you know, I just feel like if you have those prominent white quarterbacks come out in support of, you know, what we're saying or what, you know, we as a community been crying about for, you know, a long time.
400 years.
A long time.
For a long, you know what I'm saying, for a long, long time. So, you know, I just think it's big. And I think it's a step in the right direction because, you know, maybe some of them are faking when they're saying it and just saying it so they won't lose money or assets. But I think it's a good amount that are starting to realize it. And it's kind of sad that it took, you know, seeing somebody's life drain away like that, you know what I'm saying, in order to, you know, reach that point.
Good stuff, man. So, Adrian, man, hey, we have tons of questions to ask you.
I got a bunch of questions for you, boss.
But look, man, we're going to bring you back on maybe mid-season to see how things are going. But, man, we greatly appreciate you coming in and taking some time out your busy schedule to talk to us here at Comfortable Being Uncomfortable.
I want to say thank you for coming out, boss.
Yeah, man, have a good season, boss.
All right, now. Good luck. All right.
Thank you.